Hey, I'm Aja A, and welcome to Sunshine Haze. Don't forget to check out all the links that I have listed down in the description box, and if you like the video, please give me a little thumbs up. If you have any questions after the video is over, feel free to drop them down below. I try to respond to everyone. And if you all know people interested in astrology, numerology, tarot, or whatever I'm talking about on this channel, go on and send them this link. And don't forget to hit subscribe. And of course, thanks for tuning in and rocking with me. May this info help y'all live your best lives. Peace. Hey y'all, welcome back to SunshinehazeCo. I'm Aja A. We are back in the sunshine because it's still nice outside and fresh air is important, especially during this time. This is your video for the Gemini New Moon. It's been a little quiet over here on my channel because retrograde cluster kind of came in. Actually, it was really the Scorpio full moon that came and took me out, but I'm back, I'm here. Get a little bit more of my little smudgling going. Anyways, so just to get started, this video is gonna go over the energies that we'll be dealing with for the next month by way of the Gemini lunar cycle influence. For those of you guys that are not really hip to astrology, very brief little definition about the new moon. It happens when the sun is opposite the moon and the side of the moon that is facing us is not, I'm sorry, the sun, they're all aligned, side of the moon that's facing us is not illuminated. So in the sky it appears as if there is no moon to guide us, right? As far as the energy is concerned, new moons bring in this fresh energy, this energy of new chapters, new cycles, new beginnings. There's also a little bit of mystery associated with it by way of there not being a light to really guide us in the sky. But with the new moon, we really lend our energy to intuition because although we cannot see it, it is still there. It is still guiding us, okay? This moon is going to be in the sign of Gemini, the twins, and we are having this moon on Friday, May 22nd. Isn't that crazy? We're already in May. I swear I was just recording videos for the beginning of the year. But May 22nd, Friday, it's going to be at 1:39. Oh yes, 1:39 in the afternoon Eastern Standard Time. So if you're interested in knowing like what time the moon is actually happening for you, go on and do your calculations and figure that out. As I said earlier, the moon, this moon is in the sign of Gemini, the twins. If you know anything about Geminis, they are very outgoing people. They're very creative. They're also very talkative, very communicative. Extroverted, they carry a very fun, happy, positive energy about them. Geminis are also an air sign, so they're very smart too, very intellectual beings. So with this moon being in the sign of Gemini, we're going to be dealing with Gemini energy for the next month until we go into my favorite time of the year, which is the Cancer lunar cycle. Just so you guys know, I'm a Cancer if you couldn't figure that out. So a couple of the things that we're going to be looking at during this time will have to do with the energy that typically resonates with Gemini. So one of the main things is communication. We have been dealing with a pandemic. For those of us that are in the States, we are now in this phase of getting things back to normal, so to speak. By way of y'all's president, he's not fucking with this, but he's like, look, I'm tired of it, so we're done. It's over. Put it back together. But with that being said, we've all been in this space where we've been feeling very restricted in regards to communicating and interacting with other people and just other energies and doing things and getting out and going places. This Gemini new moon really comes in with this energy, with this push to bring that energy back in. Right now, we are all very antsy. We are all very much so trying to move, trying to take flight, trying to tap into this Gemini air and get shit popping, get shit going. We want to talk to each other. We want to see each other. We want to hug each other. We want to hear about each other's ideas. We want to work together. That is the energy we're going to be feeling very much so during this next month, is wanting to be in the mix, wanting to be mixing and mingling, wanting to be talking, wanting to be, you know, kicking and chopping it up, right? With that being said, this is a new moon, so at the start of the month, we're probably, or well, not the month, I'm sorry, the start of the lunar cycle, we're probably going to be dealing with this energy of still feeling kind of restricted in regards to we still can't really go out and interact the way that we want to. Things are still shut down. people are still not really going out. There's a sense of paranoia. There's this sense of, we want to be safe. With that being said, with it being Gemini is an air sign. As I said earlier, air resonates with the intellectual energy. It resonates with the energy of the mind. So, and as I said, Geminis are creative. So with that aspect of communication and us wanting to be able to communicate in the ways that we want to, we are going to be coming into these spaces of where we're coming up with creative ideas, coming up with new innovative ideas, new ways to actually get this communication going, actually figuring out new ways to, I guess, maybe adhere to the rules that we've got set in place so that things can start to move a little bit faster. And keep in mind that Gemini is, as I said like 7 times, is air energy. When we're dealing with air energy, it is not like Earth. It is very swift moving. I actually think I need to light another coal. It's not slow at all. Air energy, when we're dealing with things that have that energy lent to it, it tends to move very quickly. So I would not be surprised if during this lunar cycle we're getting some sorry guys, I'm trying to multitask here, and apparently I'm doing very bad at it, and I also forgot that the coal makes a little bit of noise. What was I saying? Shoot. See, you can't multitask today. I don't know what I was saying, y'all. But anyways, that's gonna bother me. I really want to know what I was talking about, but I got so consumed by this coal down here because I wanted to burn my smudge. So whatever. Sorry, guys. All that to say, we are going to be coming into these spaces to where we're coming up with ideas on how to do things that help us get to the spaces that we want to be in, and it may be some creative ways. More technology popping up, more, I like some of the crazy things that, like, for me, that I find very interesting are like interactive parties, these like versus battles where we're literally just sitting here listening to music, listening to these artists play their music. But coming up with new ideas and alternatives to doing the things that we want to do right now. Oh, that's what I was saying. By the end of this lunar cycle, with us really coming into this energy of, okay, well, this is what we want to do. We want to have fun. We want to talk. We want to communicate. We want to mix and mingle. What can we do? How can we do the things that need to be done? Okay, they're saying we need to social distance. They're saying we need to wear masks. They're saying we need to wear gloves. They're saying we need to do X, Y, and Z. So with this Gemini energy, there's going to be this push to kind of do whatever needs to be done so that you can do what you want to do in the near future. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see people start to adhere a little bit more to the things or the suggestions that are being made to us as far as COVID-19 is concerned, so that by the time that the summer really kicks in, we can really start doing the things that we want to be doing, okay? Next note that I have here is that Gemini is a very creative energy. So this month, or this next 4 weeks underneath this lunar cycle, is going to be a very creative time, especially with that communicative energy. A lot of collaborations may be started during this month, or there may be a lot of collaborative effort in regards to projects that have already been initiated. I would also go so far as to say, just on a personal level, everybody's going to be getting into doing things or really putting their energy towards their creative talents and abilities. So we've already been starting to see it, but what we're going to see pop up more, and I'm still very upset with you guys for doing this, because a lot of y'all don't paint normally, and I cannot find paint anywhere. I can't find paint anywhere, and I'm like, y'all don't normally do this. But with that being said, new things are coming in, new ideas. So people are going to be posting their paintings. You're going to see people putting up, literary pieces, poems and stuff. New music going to be coming out, and people working together and coming up with new ideas. Also, probably these like I was going to call it a support group, but like these like groups, these online groups, to where you can go in and share your work, or where you can go in and do prompts or things of that sort, maybe popping up, will most likely be popping up during this next month underneath this Gemini lunar influence, just because that creative energy is being lent to us, and it is a new moon, so it's kind of time to start to plant new seeds, okay? We need some water. In addition to getting and tapping into our creative sides, Gemini is a sign, if you know any Geminis, they do what they want to do. They do it in their own time. They don't necessarily take to, I don't want to say advice, but you could tell a Gemini whatever you want to tell them. You can give them whatever suggestions you think might do them well, but if it's not really what they're feeling, if they feel like they're not personally in alignment with it, it doesn't matter. They're going to do their own thing. They're going to do what they want to do. I don't have a lot of Gemini friends, but I have people that I am close with that carry a lot of Gemini energy. My sister is a Gemini moon and rising. My youngest brother he's a Gemini. One of my close friends whom I have not talked to in a couple years like that because I'm not fucking with him off of some Gemini shit, is a Gemini. So they do things in their own time. They do what they want to do, and it doesn't matter if it makes sense to you or to me or to anybody around them. If it makes sense to Gemini, that is what they're putting their energy into, and that is what they're going to move and what they're going to act on. So with that being said, during this next month, underneath this Gemini lunar cycle energy, we are going to be dealing with the energy of doing what we want to do. And it's a new moon, so really getting these new epiphanies, coming into these new spaces to where we are okay with and we are down to put the energy into living the lives that we want to live. Y'all know my slogan is live your best life. Well, Gemini energy is very much so live your best life. And with this new moon for the next 4 weeks, in regards to our creative talents and our abilities, in regards to the things that we want to do, in regards to how we're communicating with people, not mean to crack my knuckle, in regards to how we're communicating with people and how we're listening and how we're processing information, we're going to be doing it in the way that we want to do it. And if we haven't been doing that already, you're going to find yourself starting to move away from what does not work for you, what you are not in alignment with, and coming into the Gemini lunar cycle energy and really taking a step forward into that chapter of living your best life. Okay. I have a note off to the side about the creative energy because I talk a lot about COVID in this video, just kind of trying to relate it more to a general scale. I give a lot of information about these energies, but I have realized that in these videos I don't really talk about what's happening on like a societal level, so I'm trying to incorporate that information into these videos so you guys have a little bit more of an idea of how these energies affect us. So that being said, I have another note in my notebook over here next to the note about creativity, and I'm like, yeah, oh, by the way, COVID, creative, innovative ways to get around what it is that we don't want to do to get to what it is that we want to do. I stay on Twitter at Aja_A if you guys want to follow me. Shameless plug. And I've been seeing these tweets with these pictures of these restaurants and these places doing things to make sure that they are adhering to social distancing so that they can be open, so that they can have their businesses. I done seen tires, like bumper to, like, y'all know the little water boat, not boat, like the water slide rides and little tires that you sit in when you're going down the river, down a little mountain. I've seen those where they are having people like step in them to ensure that they are social distancing. And I've also seen noodle hats, you know, pool noodles. It's like a hat made out of it's just like a regular ass hat, and then it has like two pool noodles in the shape of a T to ensure that there is distance in between you and the next person. So not necessarily like the smartest thing there, but it is creative. It is very Gemini. With that being said, I do just want to put this note out there that Gemini does not care whether it's going to work or not. If they have an idea, they want to try it. So with that being said, that is a true testament to this Gemini shadow moon that we were dealing with, and now we're moving really into it. So we're going to start seeing a lot more stuff like this. And Gemini is fun. Geminis are funny. They are communicative energy. So we're prepared to be thoroughly entertained for the next month as we get ready to go into the summer, dealing with this pandemic and dealing with trying to overcome it and get back to some sort of sense of normalcy. Just prepare to be thoroughly entertained. Prepare to be laughing for the next month, because this shit is it's already wild, but it's about to get even more. It's about to get even more wild, and it's gonna get a lot more funny. Okay. Quick note here. This is Gemini's an air sign, as I've been saying this whole video. So this is an air moon. I actually even though I barely have any air in my chart, I really like air lunations because they tend to be a little bit lighter in regards to the energy that we are carrying around. When we deal with like earth moons and water moons, the energy tends to be a little bit more dense. We tend to be a little bit more emotional. We tend to feel a little bit more restricted. But as we're dealing with air, it's very light, it's very positive. So it is Gemini, so it might get a little crazy, especially around the shadow and around the, you know what, I need to do that myself. I've been walking past all the dandelions. He's blowing very hard, but I've been walking past all the dandelions and wanting to take one and make my wishes, sir. People. Anyways, with this air moon, it's a little bit lighter. It's Gemini, so it might be a little crazy around the shadow period, around the actual moon, but throughout this next month, these next 4 weeks, I would definitely say that we're going to be in a position to where we're not feeling as heavy as we may have been feeling towards the spring, towards the end of the winter, a little bit lighter, a little bit more of an optimistic time, okay? Let's see, what else do I got here? Oh, on the shadow side, very quickly, I do like to talk about this a little bit just so that you guys are prepared. On the shadow side, Gemini can be a little aloof, a little ditzy, you know what I'm saying? Gemini, being an air sign, can be very impulsive. So just be mindful of that as we move through this next month, especially with us being in this retrograde cluster. Before you make purchases, before you make big decisions, before you make major moves, just make sure that you do your research and are prepared. Try to get things squared away now so that when we're really in the retrograde cluster, when we really hit the Mercury retrograde shadow, you are not tossed in the sauce, lost in the wind in Gemini and submerged in the waters, because I believe this Mercury retrograde will be in Cancer, if I am correct. And also on the shadow side, Gemini can tend to talk a little bit too much, so just be mindful as you're moving through this next month not to be telling all your business and not to be telling business that has been confided in you. Just be mindful. Keep it cute, okay? Keep it cute. Try to keep, you know, the gossip at bay and the drama at bay. Again, remember, Gemini can be a hectic energy when it is operating within the shadow side of it, okay? Very quickly, also, I've been trying to talk a little bit about the aspects, so I'm not just talking about the moon, but talking about what else is going on in the cosmos with these lunations. What we've got going on is a trine to Saturn, which is a harmonious aspect in astrology. So Saturn is the karmic planet. Saturn is the planet of responsibility, of foundation, of getting our shit together, right? So we're gonna be coming into this energy, as I mentioned earlier. This is a Saturn trine the moon in Gemini. Saturn's in Aquarius, going to be moving into Capricorn, back into Capricorn shortly, or it may already have, depending on when you're watching this video. But you know, we want to have fun. That's this Gemini lunar energy. We want to have fun. We want to talk. We want to play. We want to get out there and be creative. Saturn is responsibility. So as I was saying earlier, we're going to be coming into this space of, okay, we don't want to do none of this shit that these people are suggesting to us. A lot of this shit don't even make sense because y'all don't even know what y'all talking about. Y'all don't even know what's going on, and let's just keep it very real. But with that being said, because we want to do something and we are aware of the fact that we can't really do that unless things start to shift, we're going to be moving into this energy of taking responsibility to do the things that we want to do so that we can have the fun that we want to have, okay? All right, you guys. Very quickly, just want to talk to you a little bit about the numerology. This moon is happening in 2 degrees. 2 is a number of peace, of harmony, of balance, of cohesion. So, you know, with it being a new moon, there's a little bit of mystery with everything that's going on around us, but we are coming into the space of getting to the point to where things are going to start to even out. Things are going to start to get better. Things are going to start to come together, and we'll have this plan and we'll have a solution for the things that we need to see play out, okay? This moon is also happening on a 4-day, which I like because we are technically in a 4 year. We're in a 22 universal year, but that does break down into 4. So 4 is a number of stability. It's a number of foundations, of laying your foundations and of doing the work and the due diligence. So with that being said, this moon happening in 2 degrees, bringing things together, bringing things into balance, becoming harmonious, we are planting the seed, laying the foundation in that, right? So we're coming into these creative ideas and ways to lay these new foundations, and that 4-day energy lending to the lunation is giving us that energy of being able to actually manifest this in the physical to where our intentions become tangible. Okay, so that's it. That's all the information that I got for you guys. Just keep in mind, this is supposed to be a fun time. This is a time for creativity. It's a time for, you know, new ways, new avenues to communication. And it's a time for a reset before the summer so that we can do the things that we want to do. So if you write intentions, I would definitely write intentions in regards to that. And with your intentions, be very intentional. I am, I do, I will. People that are going to be the most affected by this lunation, by this lunar cycle, are people with their moons in Gemini in 2 degrees. And as far as the number goes, looking at like 4 or 5 degrees either side of that. So I would say anywhere around from like, some people go as far as to like 6 or 7. So I would say anywhere from around like 27 degrees to maybe like 5 or like 6 degrees of Gemini, or any of those numbers in your chart where those numbers are placed. Also, if you've got a Gemini heavy chart, a mutable heavy chart, Gemini is mutable, and also an air heavy chart as well, or a lot of those 2 degree aspects, you can definitely expect to see some changes in regards to where those placements fall in your natal chart. Okay, with that being said, that is it. That's all I got for you. If you are interested in booking a reading with me or purchasing any of the products that I have available, like this smudge blend, which I have all of this stuff on my Etsy, you can read the description in the description box and click on that link. I'm really not doing well at multitasking today. My mind is all over the place. I will have the June pick a card readings coming up shortly, and the June tarot forecast coming up shortly as well. We are officially in the retrograde cluster, so check out my retrograde playlist for 2020. I've got all of the videos on the current retrogrades down there. Also having a retrograde reading sale, so again, check out my Etsy. And what else do I have for you guys? I think that is it. I think that's all my shameless plugs. That's all the info I got for you guys today. So thanks for tuning in. I will catch y'all next time. Peace.